Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with yours truly. This time we're looking into the future of affiliate marketing, all thanks to you. You sent over this really interesting podcast episode, The Future of Affiliate Marketing, Trends and Predictions for the Industry, from Lifelin's Talks podcast. So let's just dive right in. We're lucky to have with us today an expert in all things marketing.
Happy to be here.
So right away, this podcast makes this, pretty bold prediction about a $15 billion revenue stream for affiliate marketing soon. I gotta say, my first reaction was, really, is that even possible? What do you think?
It's definitely a bold statement, but it's not totally unbelievable when you consider how global e-commerce is growing. Plus, more people are looking for ways to work remotely and have more flexibility. So yeah, I think affiliate marketing is, it seems like it's in a good position to grow.
Yeah, it's like all these different trends are kind of like converging at the same time. More people are buying online. More people want to be their own boss and work from anywhere. And affiliate marketing is right there in the middle of it all.
Yeah, exactly. And what I thought was really smart, actually, was how the episode really focused on the expansion of e-commerce as like the foundation for everything else. Because it's not just about more things being sold online. It's about, all these new markets and opportunities opening up all the time.
That actually reminds me of something I saw just the other day. My favorite gaming YouTuber, and this guy uses the best of everything. He put a link in his latest video for this new headset, and I was actually curious enough to click on it, which, I don't know, it just made me realize how much affiliate marketing has become like just a normal part of the online experience these days.
And that's really the key, right? That seamless integration. Because as e-commerce keeps growing, it just creates more and more space for these niche markets to pop up. And it's not just like, selling your crafts on Etsy or whatever. It's getting way more specific than that, which, by the way, the podcast totally nailed that whole hyper-specific niche thing. Think like vintage fountain pens or, sustainable gardening, but it's specifically for people who live in cities. Or even, this is a good one, travel gear that's designed for digital nomads.
Okay, yeah, now that's something I'm definitely interested in. It's not just about finding your niche, it's like finding your people within that niche.
Yes, exactly. That's where the real potential is. You find these communities online, they're super passionate about their very specific interests, and they are really, really valuable to brands because those people, they trust recommendations from people who get them, who understand what they're looking for.
So it's less about like casting a wide net and more about finding that perfect fishing hole where you can like always find something good.
I like that analogy. It's about that really focused expertise, becoming the go-to person for a really specific audience, even if that audience might seem small from the outside.
And that trust factor is, it's more important than ever these days. It seems like brands are catching on too, because the episode we listened to made a really big deal about micro-influencers and how they're becoming a bigger and bigger part of affiliate marketing.
Yeah, definitely. And it makes sense when you think about it. Micro-influencers have these smaller audiences, true, but those people are really engaged, and that's what makes them so valuable. Like, they come across as way more authentic,
Right, it's not like some big celebrity with millions of followers telling you to buy something.
Exactly. Micro-influencers are more relatable, right?
Yeah.
More like a friend giving you a recommendation or something.
Like they're just a regular person who actually uses the stuff they recommend.
Totally. It all goes back to that old saying,
Yep.
People buy from people, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you feel like you actually know and trust the person who's recommending a product, you're way more likely to at least check it out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Would you be more likely to try a new coffee, just to use a random example? Would you be more likely to try it if, like, some big-time influencer with millions of followers mentioned it? Or if a smaller influencer who's really into, sustainable coffee, like they only talk about small batch roasters and stuff, would you be more likely to buy from them?
Oh, definitely the second one.
Yeah.
Especially if I knew they had good tasting coffee.
Yeah.
But it all comes back to what we were talking about earlier about hyper-specific niches. Like, the best case scenario is that you find those micro-influencers who just perfectly match what a certain group of people are passionate about.
Right, like they're speaking directly to them and their very specific interests.
Exactly. And what I think is so cool is that this whole trend with micro-influencers, it really just shows how much the online world is changing. Like, the real key now is all about being genuine and connecting with people in a real way, building trust.
Okay, so what you're saying is it's not enough to just like slap an affiliate link up on your website or whatever and hope for the best?
No, not at all. You need a real strategy, and it has to be built around like genuinely connecting with your audience. And speaking of strategy, The podcast we listened to also talked about AI and automation and the role they're going to play in the future of affiliate marketing.
Yeah. Like, are the robots going to take over our jobs? Is that what we need to be worried about?
Well, maybe not quite yet. At least I'm not too worried, personally. But AI is changing things, and it's definitely going to impact how affiliate marketing works in the future.
Okay, that's good to know. So it's less about robots stealing our affiliate commissions and more about maybe robots can work with us? I don't know. I'm trying to imagine it.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. The way I see it, AI is really more like this amazing set of tools that can help us do things like, well, like automate some of the more tedious tasks, and it can help us analyze data more effectively. So we can work smarter, basically, not harder.
So instead of me spending like hours and hours trying to figure out what products to recommend to my audience, AI can just do all that for me.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's not just about making your life easier, although that's definitely a bonus. It can actually make the whole affiliate marketing experience better for the people who are seeing those recommendations too.
Oh, interesting. How so?
Well, think about it. AI can analyze like tons and tons of data about people's browsing history and what they're interested in, and then it can recommend products that are actually relevant to them.
Yeah.
It's like next level personalization.
Wow. Okay, that makes sense. But all this data stuff kind of makes me think about, all the privacy concerns that people have these days. The podcast we listen to mentioned that now that cookies are going away, affiliate marketers are going to have to find new ways to keep track of everything. And they kept mentioning this whole first-party data thing. Is that like a big deal?
It's definitely not just like a buzzword or whatever. First-party data is going to be huge. Basically, it's about instead of relying on third-party cookies, you're building those relationships with your audience directly. It means they're choosing to give you their information.
Okay, so less about sneaky tracking and more about just being upfront with people.
Exactly. You're saying, hey, if you give me your email address, I'll give you access to this awesome free content. Or like you could have special discounts for people who sign up for your newsletter.
So it's all about providing value in exchange for that information.
Yeah, exactly. And that way, they're actually interested in what you're sending them. It's all about building that trust and making sure you're not just spamming people with stuff they don't care about.
It seems like that's kind of the overall theme here, isn't it? Like this whole idea of moving away from that like old way of doing marketing where you're just trying to reach as many people as possible the same message and instead being way more personalized and focused.
Absolutely. And that actually ties into the last prediction from the podcast that I thought was super interesting. They were talking about the rise of, get this, hybrid affiliate models.
Hybrid affiliate models. Okay, I gotta be honest, I have no idea what that means.
So basically it means that affiliate marketers are going to start branching out a bit. Instead of just, promoting other people's products, they're going to start creating and selling their own stuff too.
Oh, okay, I think I get it. So like if you've built this audience around, I don't know, sustainable living, for example, you could recommend eco-friendly products as an affiliate, but you could also like create your own line of, I don't know, reusable shopping bags or something.
Exactly. Or let's say you're really into travel photography. You could recommend camera equipment as an affiliate, but you could also sell your own photography presets or, teach online courses about how to edit photos.
That's such a good idea. You're not just sending people to someone else's store, you're building your own thing too.
It's about like leveraging those relationships you've built and really becoming an authority in your niche.
Wow, this is a lot to think about. This whole world of affiliate marketing is definitely way more complex and way more interesting than I think a lot of people realize.
It's a really exciting time to be involved, that's for sure.
I'm curious to see where things go from here, that's for sure. Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive, and I really appreciate you being here to share your expertise with us.
Anytime. I always love talking about this stuff.
And to all of you listening, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the wild world of affiliate marketing. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe. And be sure to let us know if there are any other topics you'd like us to explore. We'll see you next time.